What's wrong? Come on, tell me. What's the matter?
It's ridiculous. Who am I to make a criticism to someone like you?
No, go on. Seriously, I'm thick-skinned. What's the problem?
The swearing. There, I said it.
Oh, fuck, that bothers you?
It has no nobility.
Well, this is how it is. They're all horror fans. I'm a horror fan, and they all talk like that.
They do not?
They do too.
What do you think I say when I go to the feed store in town? Oh, now, Wally, give me a bag of that effing pig feed and 10 pounds that bitchly cow corn. And in the bank, do I tell Mrs. Bollinger, oh, here's one big bastard of a check. Give me some of your Christing money? There, look there. See what you made me do?
Oh, fucking hell. Let's just play the show.
I'ma make it burn. I'ma make it burn. Let's go. I'ma make it burn. I'ma make it burn. I'ma make it burn. I'ma make it burn. Let's go. I'ma make it burn. I'ma make it burn.
You are now listening to the You Run podcast, the only horror movie review podcast completely run and controlled by you, the listeners. You choose the movies. You score the movies. Heck, you even review the movies. This is not my podcast.
You Run podcast?
I've had to listen to every other episode.
You Run podcast.
You fell asleep for a second.
I fell asleep for a minute. Leprechaun! This is going to be a fucking riot.
That's right. It is a riot. And it's going to be out of control. Out of my control. You run the show. All you need to do is go to our website, yourunpodcast.com.
Just make sure you fucking listen, okay?
You want to die tonight?
I'ma make it burn.
Hello, welcome to the You Run podcast. My name is Scott, and each week I take you through the movies you have chosen to review. If this is your first time listening, welcome to the show. If you're coming back to us, welcome back. This week is a special week, not only because it's this girl is the devil week, but also because it's the unofficial start of Wednesday Wine and Horror Month on the You Run podcast. You should all know Heather by now from this show, and if not from her own show as well. Heather's about to take a break from podcasting, and when she comes on, I'm going to let her explain herself, because she thinks she's got a good excuse, but I'm not buying it. I don't think it's enough to stop her podcasting. But anyway, this is almost like a farewell tour for Heather. So Heather today is on this episode where we're going to be reviewing a really, really good movie. She's also right now on YouTube where me and Heather reviewed The Thing. That episode is incredibly entertaining. I call Heather out for some of her shit on her shelf behind her, and she loses her shit. It's very, very good. So go and listen, or go and watch. In fact, you're listening now. Go and watch that. And then on the 15th of this month, you're going to catch Heather one final time on the show before she takes her break, and she'll be on our very, very, very first true crime podcast. That's a completely new podcast, so it's not this feed. So if you're subscribed to this, you won't get the true crime podcast. It's a completely brand new podcast. So keep an eye on our Instagram, keep an eye on our Twitter and everywhere else we are, and I'll tell you how you can find it, and I'll share the links, and then you can subscribe. Well, hopefully subscribe to that as well. Heather, welcome to the show, and fucking explain yourself, young lady.
So salty. Anyways, no, so I think everybody knows, obviously, I am pregnant, and Scott, I can't even believe you don't think that's a good enough reason not to podcast. But it is for me because, I be tired. Okay. I be tired. I can't drink my wine. Now, is that an excuse not to podcast? Well, it's an excuse for me not to podcast on my own podcast, but I'm happy to be here because I get to chat with you and I get to be on your podcast. And so I still get to podcast. Look, a lot of people are coming at my fucking neck, and I'm just like, bitch. Like, some people get real butthurt because, you get pregnant and they like, oh, you can't spare an hour? Bitch, I can't spare 5 minutes for your ass.
But you have
anyway,
you have spare
for
time
you.
for us.
Well, for you, it's different. You're my pal. I'm very selective of who I podcast with. And if I'm going to be doing any podcasting, like, you call me up and be like, hey, and I'm like, I'm here, I'm fine. I'm not barfing or throwing up right now, so we're good.
Oh.
There you go. So I'm still good, and I'm still sarcastic and hilarious, and we know these things.
This is fact, 100% fact, and I know that probably better than most how sarcastic you can be.
Yes, very much.
I'm glad to see you have moved your books, though.
I'm not even going to start with you. Like, hold on, let me turn my head. Hold on. First of all, let me tell you what happened. My daughter came in here. Look, there they are. That's my other books. I have a few Stephen King books over there. So my daughter came in the other day and she's like, "Why do you have my Twilight books?" And I said, "Bitch, I don't." I said, "They're there. Go get them." She put them in her room because she wanted them. And I was like, you know what's funny? Is I got called the fuck out and made fun of. I got bullied. And she was like, "Oh my God, whatever." Anyways, so I rearranged my bookshelf and I have a very interesting Stephen King book, but I'm going to show you later. I'm going to send you a picture of it later. I don't know that you have it. I was told it's like a very old book, but anyway, I'll send you a picture of it later.
Yeah, please do. This is The Girl is the Devil week. The final was Misery, which we are reviewing today, against one of Heather's favorite movies of all time, The Evil Dead 2013.
Man.
What the fuck are you lot doing to me? Heather's on the show and you picked the movie she didn't want, and I bear the brunt of that shit. That's not fair.
But in fairness, the people did choose a pretty decent film, I'd say. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I'd say they did. On this episode, we've got something else planned as well, which you and me know about. I think I should tell everyone else. So,
yes,
new bit on this show, a new feature called Fucked Up Fans. Later in the show, me and Heather are going to be talking about our fucked up fans. I'm going to be calling some of you out as well. So some of you are getting called out by name because you scare me. I know you all listen. So if you're listening now and you know you're one of these fucked up fans, you should be getting really, really nervous right about.
You better get nervous. I ain't saying nobody's real name because I ain't trying to have that Ricky Bobby shit on me. I ain't trying to have it on me. Evil ain't coming. Okay. We're not even gonna go there. But I can't wait to talk about that because people are so fucking strange.
Creepy, scary.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
No.
Take your meds.
Yeah. And if you're not on meds, go and get some meds.
Please. Okay. That's fine. It's okay to take medicine. You don't scare us.
But on this episode, we're reviewing Misery, which is an adaptation of a Stephen King novel. Released in 1990, starring Kathy Bates and James Caan. This movie tells the tale of literally my worst nightmare. Being captured by a crazy fan and not being able to get away.
Yeah.
That absolutely terrifies me. But this movie is great. And Kathy Bates is so great that Kathy Bates won an Oscar for it. It's without a shadow of a doubt a horror powerhouse from a powerhouse writer. And here's the trailer.
You almost died. You have a compound fracture of the tibia in both legs, and the fibula in the right leg is fractured too. And as soon as the road's open, I'll take you to a hospital. In the meantime, you've got a lot of recovering to do. There is nothing to worry about. You're gonna be just fine. I'm your #1 fan. My name is Annie Wilkes.
I think one of my clients, Paul Sheldon, might be in some kind of trouble.
You mean Paul Sheldon, the writer? Well, everybody sure likes those misery books.
They had it at the store, Paul.
They said he checked out last Tuesday. Isn't that a little strange?
I guess it was kind of a miracle you finding me.
In a way, I was following you.
You were following me?
Oh, Paul, I've read everything of yours, but the misery novels. You must be a good man, or you could never have created such a wondrous, loving creature as Misery Chastain.
Very kind.
The presumption must now be that Paul Sheldon is dead.
You dirty bird. How could you?
Misery Chastain cannot be dead.
Misery Spirit is still alive.
I don't want her spirit! I want her! And you murdered her!
You don't think he's dead, do you?
And don't even think about anybody coming for you, because I never called them. Nobody knows you're here. And you better hope nothing happens to me. Because if I die, you die. I know you've been out. Is this what you're looking for? Eventually, you'll come to accept the idea of being here.
Annie, whatever you're thinking about doing, please don't do it. Annie, for God's...
Shh, darling. Trust me.
God's sake.
It's for the best. God, I love you.
So that was the trailer for Misery. Listener scores for this. This is one of the highest scoring movies in the history of the show. 9 out of 10 from the listeners. And then for Fear, a 6 out of 10. So score-wise, this is up there. I think this has scored the highest this season and possibly the highest since the listeners have been scoring.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. From looking back and remembering the stats. Yeah, I think so too. But I think the 6 out of 10 for Fear is maybe a little high for me.
Yeah, but you don't have as crazy fans as me, though.
No, I mean, I'm sorry. I think they saw your dance moves and stuff. I just am saying, like, you're putting your body out there like that. You're asking to get harassed. Like, they're like, they like licking their lips and you ain't chicken. Okay. Leave Scott alone. Leave him alone. Anyways, yeah. But for me, like, it's scary in essence to be stalked, or not really stalked, but like be a captive. But yeah, I don't know, 6 out of 10. But I don't know. That's just me.
Well, we'll get to our scores later, and we'll get to that between us. Misery opens up with us meeting Paul Sheldon, who's played by James Caan, who's just finished his latest novel about a character called Misery Chastain. And after finishing his novel, he decides to drink heavily and Tokyo drift down a snow-covered mountain.
Okay.
The opening scene of this, when he's knocking back drink after drink, and then he's like, I'm just going to drive to town now. I was like, why? Why?
But like, there's a fucking blizzard. Like, did you not look outside? That was one thing too, that it was like, you're driving erratic, fucking snowing, dude. It's not like raining. It's like, nobody should be out in this shit.
No, and he's a brilliant advert for not drinking and driving, because he inevitably crashes. But it's fine, because he has his crash and he's rescued by the delightful Annie Wilkes, played by Kathy Bates, who, honestly, his luck couldn't be any better. He's been saved not only by a fully qualified nurse who's fixed his legs, but also his biggest fan in the whole wide world.
Number one fan. What the fuck? Okay.
I think now's a good time to point out that this terrifies me, and fuck no.
Considering what I had around the house, I don't think there's a doctor who could have done any better.
If I ever injured, call an ambulance. Do not take me back to your house and try to fix me or repair me or feed me or anything. Just get me proper medical assistance, please.
Yeah. Y'all take him to the hospital. Don't be his legs like this. No, we don't do that. Yeah. Plus it was 1990, so you have to think about it. If somebody found you injured now, they have a cell phone, so they can like call. But like then, what you do? Nothing.
Well, this is true. Well, you say that if people found you now, now when you got an injury, they've got a cell phone. They'd probably video it and put it on Instagram.
Probably. Dumbasses. People are so fucking shitty.
But he's been rescued. He's in a bed. He's being looked after. And as Annie is his number one fan, he reluctantly agrees to let her read his finished manuscript of the new Misery book.
You'll never realize what a rare treat you've given me.
Excitedly, over the next couple of days, she tells him how many pages she's read. She's like, I've read 7 pages. I've read 15 pages.
Yeah.
I've got to ask, how slow does this bitch read?
Not me either. I swear I was like, dude, I'd read a whole fucking novel in a sitting.
she reads like so. Like the first day she comes in, she's like, "I've read 25 pages, Paul."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, great." The next day she comes in and it's nighttime. She's like, "I've read 57 pages, Paul." It's like, you've had a whole like 24 hours and you've read like 30 pages. What are you doing with the rest of your time?
Do you think it's because of her obsession with him that she also had a romantic obsession with him too? Because you find out later on, I like obviously she has something for him. So maybe she was like savoring the moment of like, I'm gonna read these words really slow because I want to, like just like a good soup. That's what I think. That's why she read it so slow because she was so obsessed. Maybe.
She definitely has issues.
Yeah.
I think now is a good time to bring in, because I think Heather thinks I forgot. There is a swear count on this episode.
Oh, fuck you, motherfucker. You serious again? Fuck! Shit. Okay, those extra few were just to tally me up, but like for real, I did not remember that. What I tell y'all listen. Scott's taking advantage of my pregnancy brain. Okay, I'm just gonna let y'all know I'm calling him out. I'm bullying him back for bullying me over the Twilight books. They weren't mine. I wish people could see this. They're gonna hear it. Y'all gonna be listening, but I wish y'all could see my face. I ain't do it.
If you go and watch on YouTube, you can see how Heather reacts when I do point them out. Is probably the best reaction I've ever had from Heather in all the time I've recorded with her.
I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, they're showing. And I wanted to like bring my daughter on the screen and be like, this is the reason why.
But after this, we get to meet another character who, for me, is not in the movie enough. We get to meet Misery the pig.
Let me tell you something about farm animals. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. I said it a bunch, I know. I don't like pigs. I don't want no animals like that in my house. So I'm glad you like that pig.
Yeah, the pig is the most friendly character in the entire movie.
I mean, I thought Buster was pretty nice, the police officer.
Yeah, but
Buster, I liked him.
Yeah, he was nice, but he didn't come in and kind of jump all over the broken legs and try to kiss it.
That pig was so ugly. I was like, look like ex-boyfriends of mine. They're so ugly.
After we meet Misery the pig, we get Annie has a bit of a meltdown about she reaches the end of the book and Paul has decided to kill off Misery Chastain. And to say she loses her shit is a statement. I thought she was going to kill him. The first time I watched it, obviously this is a rewatch for me, but the first time I was like, this is one short movie. He's dead.
I don't want her dead! I want her! And you murdered her!
Yeah, because it builds up to that. But again, you would think like how the rest of the movie gonna fucking go, because it's like you just killed him. Yeah, she need to calm down though, because that character wasn't even real. Calm the fuck down. It's okay.
Very, very, very angry. She is
obsessed
of an obsessed fan. Kind of epitomizes that, like that Beatles mania, or like all the craziness that goes with Harry Potter. All that is wrapped into this one little character, and she does it so well.
You did it! You did it! You did it! You murdered my Misery!
Annie.
She's good. She's a great actress.
Yeah, she is, and she scares the shit out of me in this, where she goes from being so calm and nice and gentle, to fucking psychotic.
But then you get a backstory on her later. You kind of start to see like this bitch is real fucking evil. Like she's not just like maybe bipolar. Like, no, this bitch a murderer. Like she crazy. She's
got some serious issues. But after her kind of, she goes to attack him and she doesn't. He decides he's going to get out and his legs are fucked. So he kind of stands up and falls over and she plonks him back in bed. And that's the end of that escape.
His legs look bad. Do you remember that when she first pulls the covers back and you see his feet?
Yeah.
Oh, that was like, for me, I was like, that looks so realistic. And it was so horrible because she like kind of rigged him up, or whatever. It was bad.
Yeah, she kind of splinted his legs. And she's told him that her phone line's down because of all the snow, so she can't call anyone. But when the phone lines come back up, don't worry, I'll call your agent and your family. But you can't use the phone because it's a landline and you can't get downstairs. So just trust me, I'll do it.
Yeah, you right then, you know, like this bitch is crazy. The line's like, whatever, bitch, bye. I would have crawled out the window.
I think I would. Me and Lisa, when we watched this, I was like, I don't care if I died in the snow. I would have taken my chances out of the house.
Like whenever she left, you know, because she did leave him several times. And as the movie progresses, we see like he does try to kind of go through the house, or I wouldn't really say escape, but looks around. My invalid ass would have been out that window. I've been like a snake slithering in the snow. I would have hid under the snow. You can die. That's better than dying by her hands. I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Annie's so upset with the end of his book that he presents him with a typewriter, which has got a broken N, which try writing anything without the letter N. And then she gives him some paper and instructs him to write misery back to life. Now, his book, the one that he had with him, his manuscript, has now been released at this point, and the whole world knows Misery's dead, which is why he needs to write a new book to bring her back.
Look what I got. They had it at the store, Paul. There was a whole batch of them there, and as soon as I saw it, I slammed my money down. I got the first copy.
Paul has a plan. While she's presenting him with the typewriter, he spotted there's a hairpin on the floor, and he's thinking he can use that to pick the door. So he tells her that she's bought the wrong paper. And she's like, but it was the most expensive one. He's like, yeah, but it smudges. And he types smudge on the typewriter and then rubs his thumb across it. She goes from, oh, I got you the wrong paper, to, is there anything else you want? Is this all you want from? She just, again, this bipolar snap. And anyone who's been in that sort of relationship, and unfortunately there are many people who have and who still are, knowing that people are capable of that is very, very scary.
It is.
And it's knowing that they can go from being your best friend and loving and caring to fucking psychotic is terrible. And that's what makes this movie scary. It's not what's happening, it's the threat of what could happen.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, because I mean, people are actually our biggest, that's the scariest monster ever that was ever created, is fucking people. So there you go. She's so cray though. I kind of felt her vibe though for a second. I was like, bitch, I'm pregnant. I be feeling like that sometimes.
I'm not being funny. I think that's kind of how Lisa would react if I was like, oh, that's lovely, but it's the wrong one. She'd be like, I don't give a fuck. That's the one you're getting.
No, see, that's me too. Like if I get something and I think I almost get defensive, but like, you know, you're kind of like, how dare you insult that I went and bought you this expensive paper? But like, bitch, it smudges.
But she did give in, and she went and got the paper. So while she's out, Paul grabs the pin, and he decides to get out of there. He realizes quite quickly that the landline is fake. It's not a real landline. It doesn't go anywhere. It's dead. He also realizes that he can't get out the front door, and his legs are fucked. And he has the realization of, what am I going to do? So he pinches a handful of drugs from the medicine cupboard. And in the process of doing that, he knocks over a little ornament of was it a penguin? I think it was a penguin.
It was a penguin. He knocks it over, but he catches it. But then if you notice, you know, he sets it back on the table, but he's stupid.
It's not the right way round at all. When she comes back, he has this kind of mad, frantic panic to get back in his room.
Yeah.
And she opens the door and he's all sweaty, and she's like, Paul, what have you been doing?
I need my medicine. You know what's wrong with me. Like, okay, all right, crazy motherfucker. You crazy too, just like her.
Yeah, I think at that point, if you look at Kathy Bates, she is playing it almost like, you're nearly as fucked up as me. I'll give you some medication.
Yeah. I think that like he had to be a fucking psycho too, like her though, because he knew like, if I don't act crazy or like play into this shit, she's going to murder me. Like she's going to immediately kill me.
And and again, this movie genuinely scares me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But Paul starts writing the Return of Misery, and he gets the first critique from Annie, which is a little bit like we get as podcasters on Apple Podcast reviews,
right?
And he goes, "What do you think?" And you can tell he's genuinely proud. He's really tried hard because he wants to get the out of her. And she's like,
"Yeah,
wrong, 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 wrong."
She was fucking livid. It was like insulting to her.
And then she follows that by slamming it down on his already broken legs.
That was petrifying, because when you're in pain, it's like, what the fuck, man. She was, that's what's scary to me, is like, God, she's torturous,
Yeah,
leave him alone.
There's no let up in her whatsoever. She is
no.
Yeah, she's full on all the time, but it's either full on as in, you're so wonderful, I love you, I wish I could be like you.
Meantime, you've got a lot of recovering to do. And I consider it an honor that you'll do it in my home.
Or full on of, I'm going to fucking kill you now.
Bipolar.
Anyone who's suffering with bipolar, please make sure you take your meds, or watch
Please
this movie.
do.
Yeah.
But also, we're not making fun of you. I'm not making fun of anybody that has a mental illness, but
if you
have a situation.
If you have a mental illness and you are prescribed medication, please take it, because you need to take it. It's there for a reason to help you get better and help you cope with your mental illness. Don't go full on Kathy Bates on people, because that's not cool.
Annie Wilkes, don't do it.
Definitely don't do it. After a few rewrites of the book, Paul finally has a section that meets Annie's approval. And he's got a chance now to put his plan into action. So he proposes that they have a meal to celebrate with wine. And Annie's like, "Oh, this is wonderful. He really likes me." This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Build it up to these. He's going to get the powder from the drugs he's taken and put it in a glass of wine to escape.
Yes.
And it's built up so well. So this movie, not a lot happens. And when we review this, it's going to be a very quick review, because there's lots of the same stuff. There's lots of very repetitive scenes, but they're not repetitive. But for me to tell you all of them would be dull. But this scene in particular, they build it up that he's got these drugs and he's hidden them and he's kept them safe, and he's going to put them in a glass of wine. He puts them in a glass of wine when she's not looking. She turns around and sends the glass of wine flying. And it's such a funny moment where the look on his face, he's like, fuck.
Yeah, he's fucked. No, he's fucking double fucked. Okay. Like, it's almost like she did it on purpose too. I was like, did she do that on purpose? Like, because she's psycho. So it's like, was she ahead of him and maybe caught on? But I think she just fucking knocked it over. But
the look on his face, it's like when you've got everything planned in your head and it all crumbles in front of you. He performs that look, and we've all done that look where we've gone, oh, but he does it so well.
Well, I mean, it's just defeat, because at this point he's like, fuck, I can't escape now. Like, this was my chance, and now this dumb, clumsy bitch knocked her. How dare her? You know what I want to say? There's a hate crime in that part. She spilled all that good wine, and I can't have it. Fuck her.
Not that you're bitter at all.
I'm bitter about that a little bit. You don't waste it, and don't drink it around me, or I'll be upset. I don't let my husband drink it around me. I say, go in the other room. I don't want to look at your face.
Go and sit outside and drink your wine.
I hope it does nothing for you. Anyways.
Obviously now Paul's trapped and he's got no way of getting out now. And this scene, again, I really like this scene. It's almost like a scene from Rocky, but it's a writing montage where he's typing away, and then Annie's looking at it and she'll shake her head, and then he'll sigh, and then he types some more, and then she's like nodding. And it's about a 3-minute scene. It's like a training montage.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
It is. I like it.
It's in the 90s, but it is such an 80s cut of a movie.
Oh, yeah. The movie kind of almost has a late 80s feel, to be honest with you. 1990, so we're right there really close. But, I mean, I think it could have went for like 88, to be honest with you. Like, it looks like that.
Yeah, it definitely does. In the process of him being trapped, Annie fucks off quite regular. She goes down to town and she does shit. She just wanders off and leaves Paul to his own devices.
Yeah.
One of these trips where she does that, he goes nosing around and he goes snooping and he finds her scrapbook, which I can only describe as like her Hall of Fame scrapbook.
Yeah, it says Memory Lane on the front of it's like a photo album.
Yeah.
But you think maybe there's photos, yeah, but it's like a macabre fucking photo album of shit.
Yeah, it pretty much details all of her previous victims, including her dad, her roommate, when she worked as a nurse, numerous patients.
And babies. Did you notice that too? All those babies, that bitch.
Yeah, in the book, they make a much bigger thing of that. So in the book, they go much more into that. So so she worked as a nurse and she was working in an old person, a geriatric wing of the hospital.
Yes.
Where she could kill patients fairly easily.
Yeah.
They die regular. It's not uncommon for someone in their 90s to die. So she was killing those off. She then got transferred to the baby unit. And then she was killing babies. And then she got found out. She got charged, but got cleared. And that's why she lives in the bumfuck nowhere because people hate her and want her to die. So that's what that in the book. That's why she lives up in the mountains.
And see, they don't indicate that in the film. Like, you only know that she has this fucking, horrible past because he finds the book. But yeah, I get that. I need to read the novel. I haven't read it. I don't know why. I just haven't because that's how I be. Of course you fucking have it. I know.
I'm just holding up a copy of Misery.
Yes. So everybody, when everybody listening, like obviously we're on video, so I can see Scott. I'm just like, okay, well, at least I ain't got Twilight in the back right now.
I made sure I moved my Twilight books. My Twilight books are gone.
They're gone. Bye bye. Just like Paul's legs. Bye.
When Paul sees Annie's book of fame, of her part, he freaks. And he is stupid because he goes to the kitchen and takes a knife. So everyone, if you've got a knife drawer at home, you open your knife drawer.
Yeah.
Everyone's got one really, really big knife that you will see every time you open it. He takes that knife. Why would you take the biggest, most obvious thing in that drawer?
But then he takes it out of the knife holder that's on the counter, right? So that's way more noticeable than in a fucking drawer.
Yeah. And then he takes it to bed and then he goes to sleep.
In his little sling thing. I was like, Paul, he must have hit his head. I think he did.
He should have been ashamed. And I think when he wakes up to Annie sticking a needle in his neck to sedate him, he regretted his decision of having a knife.
Yeah. He didn't even get to use the fucking knife on her that I recall. I don't think he even did. It was just like she was ahead of her shit. Like, she's crazy. Don't fucks with her.
And now we get the scene that made this movie famous. We get the hobbling scene with the ankles and the block of wood.
Oh, yeah.
This scene, even today, is uncomfortable to watch and looks incredible. And she basically gets a big lump of wood and she puts it in between his ankles while he's strapped to the bed. And she takes a sledgehammer to one foot, but she's not angry. This is what makes it worse. Is she's really calm. She's like, don't worry, just one more to go. We can't have you walking around. And I know you've been in my medicine cupboard. I know you found my scrapbook. And I know you have my ornament, my penguin. And then she walks around and breaks the other foot. It's horrific.
Yeah, because they kind of show like a close up, like the way his ankle kind of gets, it is so gross. It's like, oh my God, I'd rather just hit me in the head.
Yeah, I'm not one for enduring pain, as anyone who watched my live Lego walk is very aware.
Amazing. I thought it was amazing. I really need to put it on a DVD so I can just like have it forever. It was great. It was great.
But that hobbling scene where they done the ankles, they actually made a foot out of gelatin, and had his leg just above that. And she was really nervous. Kathy Bates was really nervous about actually hitting him because she swung her sledgehammer towards his leg, and she's only 3 inches away from his actual leg when she hits the rubber. No,
that's a little too risky for me. I mean, I get it. You need a good effect for the film, but I've been like, bitch, don't hit my ankles.
Yeah.
Like, because she could have, and actually broke his fucking ankle. Like, for real.
And if they'd done that, I really hope they would have kept it in because it would have made it so realistic.
Oh God. Oh, the pain. Because there would have been a real reaction.
Yeah.
Fuck's that.
I would if I was James Caan, I'd definitely be going, have I not got a stunt double? Is there a stunt double anywhere?
Right. Let them endure the pain. I'm the fucking talent. Okay.
Well, he was up for doing this movie, but he was really when he realized he was spending all of his time in bed, he said this is the hardest role he's ever had to do because he's quite an active actor. A lot of his acting is with his body. And when they said, oh no, you're going to be laying in a bed for 15 weeks, it's like, sorry.
I couldn't do that either. That would have been hard for me as well, because I would have been like, because even now he's much older, but like he still looks kind of buff. Like he's kind of a buff fucking papaw. We say papaw in the South. Grandfather. Let me say it proper. But anyway, like he was in a comedy movie that I like, and I was like, oh my God, that's fucking Misery, dude. Because I can never pronounce his last name right. Because how you say it?
Khan. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it like I'm English. Khan.
he's great as well. He's been in so many movies. If anyone goes to IMDb and have a look, he's done more movies than anybody. So many. Just the list goes on and on and on and on. Annie's down in town again, and the sheriff, who's kind of been half-arsing the investigation. He's not really been doing a great deal to find Paul, in all honesty.
No, the whole town has done nothing.
No, and he spots Annie just behaving a little bit weird and a little bit angry. So he goes up to talk to Annie, and she's very charismatic and nice, and she invites him in and she shows him round and basically sends him on his way. And as he's leaving, he hears shouting coming from the basement. So he bursts back in, he runs around to the basement door where he looks down and he sees Paul. And Paul's like, oh my God, thank God, someone's come to save me. And then Annie shoots him. What does she, is it a shotgun she shoots him in the back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right in his fucking back, but goes through his chest. And I was like, boy, why you do that? Now Virginia can't get Buster's dick because that's all she tried to do the whole movie anyway.
I forgot about that. So the
his
sheriff,
wife. Yeah.
The sheriff Buster and his wife are they in their 60s, do we think? 50s?
We're gonna say 60s. He looked pretty up in age. I don't saying 60.
And she's his deputy. And every time they go anywhere, she's like, yeah, you gonna pull over and like give me some? And he's like,
yes.
He's like, when we're at work, I'm the sheriff and you're the deputy. And she's like, oh, I like it when you talk like that. All she wanted was sex.
Oh, she was like a horny old woman. Like, I know they have granny porn and shit. Okay, please don't ever watch it. Listeners, let me tell y'all something. This is a PSA from Heather. Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking watch it. I don't care if it's your thing. Please not make it your thing. It's traumatizing anyways. And don't worry about how I know. Anyway, I've seen some shit on the internet and I swear to God, I almost died. But anyway, so Virginia was hilarious because she was like the steamy woman and she was like rubbing his thigh and it was like she wanted her man all the time.
All the time.
Like all the time. But fuck that. I don't know.
And Annie's taken that away. So no more dick for her.
Well, yeah, we don't ever hear anything else from her, even about Buster getting killed. So it's like, okay.
No, we don't. Again, in the book, they do a little bit more on that, but it's in the book, even in the book, that's kind of irrelevant.
He's dead. That's all we need to know.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. After this, Annie tells Paul that she's now not got any choice because she shot the sheriff. She needs
Yeah.
to shoot him and then herself. And Paul's like, oh, fuck. And Paul manages very quickly, thinking on his feet, to convince her to let him finish Misery's Return. Let me finish the book. Then you can kill me and you. That's fine. But let me finish the book first. And she buys that.
It's because it's like at certain times she's super clever, and then other times her fucking brain doesn't work because the psychosis of everything is taking over. So it's like she just really, I think, again, wanted him to love her, like in an affectionate way, I think.
Yeah, and just before we get to the finale, that there is a moment where she has a lucid moment where she turns around and goes, look, I really do love you. I know you don't, so don't say it. I'm just going to go and have some time to myself now, which really humanized that character, that she was a normal person in that crazy outer shell.
Well, yeah, she was. I just think she had something was wrong with her because she wanted love, and her way of trying to get love was like, oh, I'm going to keep this fucking guy captive and he will love me. It's not the normal way, you guys. You don't force somebody to love you.
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car.
They won't do it.
Big no-no. It's a big no-no. Yeah. Shortly after this, he's finished Misery's Return. And he asked Annie for three things. He said he needs a cigarette, a match, and a Dom Perignon, which is what he'd done at the very beginning when he finished the manuscript. And it was Dom Perignon that he'd been necking that caused him into the situation he's in now from his his drink drive. Don't drink drive. You could get captured and tortured.
I mean, isn't that really fancy champagne, right? That brand is like expensive. But when she says it wrong, like Dom Perignon or something, I'm like, oh, that bitch stupid, dummy. But she does say it wrong, and he's like, yes, that will work. And I'm like, well, you trying to save your ass? Like you say, you trying.
And she brings back the three things and brings him a glass. He's like, oh, but you didn't get a glass for you. And she's really excited. She's like, really? Oh. And she goes off to get a glass. And when she comes back, he set the book on fire.
Yep. Fuck her. I would have too.
I think at this point, he's realized he's dying whatever. So he's going out on his terms.
Yeah.
And we have another brilliant moment where, again, she loses her shit.
Very much.
And they have a proper fight. It's not it is a proper fight. There's fists thrown, and he grabs a handful of the manuscript that's burning and shoves it in her mouth and tells her to eat it.
So brutal, though, if you think about it, like, you know, because his legs were not healed yet. So he has all this upper body strength because he has to. And it's like, fucking eat it. And he's like, I'm like, oh, God, choke. Or he's like, choke on this bitch. And it was just like, you know, because she didn't like cussing. She wouldn't fucking like me then.
No, I was going to say that later, that if she met you or me, I don't think we would be friends with her.
No, I ain't gonna be friends with her. I mean, I like Kathy Bates, like as Kathy Bates, but like as Annie Wilkes, no. But she does say cocksucker. I think it's when they're fighting, right?
Yes.
And she does say, like, calls him a cocksucker or something, but that's, I mean, obviously they're beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, and I don't condone violence against women, but at this point, he needs to fight back.
He has to, because she has the strength over him and her legs. He's like Lieutenant Dan. He ain't got no legs. I mean, not right now.
I never ever thought I would get a Forrest Gump reference on this show.
You will.
I love Lieutenant Dan.
I know, I do too.
Lieutenant Dan.
Is it Gary Sinise? Is that his name? Yeah. He's a good actor, but like that movie is chef's kiss. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I love. So yeah, go and watch Forrest Gump.
Yes, it'll make you cry a little bit I get emotional. So it's funny and it's very enduring.
Yeah, it is. A little bit like Misery.
Anyway, my favorite was Rocket Man.
No, except for nobody's legs get chink chank, ankle chink chank.
You say that there is Lieutenant Dan's lose his legs. There is.
He lost him because he was in the war. He was fighting.
I'm not being funny. The Paul Sheldon was in the war. He got his legs smashed with a sledgehammer.
I I know, but it's still different. It's like okay, whatever. We're not going to get in a fight because I'm definitely more Annie Wilkes right now. You know, my baby's making me angry. Did you know that? Babies make you mad.
Yeah, we covered that on the YouTube episode. So go and listen to Heather and me discuss how pregnancy makes you insane.
Listen and watch, because I was wearing like the coolest fucking shirt ever. Actually, it was my husband's shirt. So thank you. Thank you, Stephen. You
were incredibly 80s for that episode. And I
had to be. We had to be. I should have gave you the memo. I should have been like, Scott, can you find a funky shirt at a shop or something, or just go get you one, whatever.
Yeah, well,
I didn't.
I went all black on a black background. So I just looked like a floating head on that episode.
I can't, I have to get to watching it, of course. Oh, Jesus. Well, we both did. We like black, though. That's our thing.
This fight ends with her effectively falling on the big kitchen knife that he had. And she dies, and it fades to black. When it fades back up, Paul's sat in a restaurant with his agent. And his agent's going, why don't you write the story of what happened to you? And he's like,
how would you feel about a non-fiction book about what went on in that house?
I do not want to relive that. Why would I want to? And he's like, well, I think he's like, you want me to relive the terrible trauma I had just so we can make some money? And his agent's kind of like, yeah, that's exactly what I want you to do.
Because she gets rich too. Hello.
Exactly that. And he basically says that he's over it, but he still has moments where he'll think about it. He'll think about Annie. And then you see the waitress walking in, and Annie Wilkes.
Yeah.
And as she gets closer, you see it's not Annie Wilkes. It was just him kind of hallucinating her, because he's suffering with severe PTSD, I'd imagine. The waitress comes up to him and she hits him with the line, "Oh, hi, Paul Sheldon. I'm your biggest fan.
I just want to tell you I'm your #1 fan."
And the movie ends.
Yeah, I mean, like, I get it, but I sometimes, depending on my mood, I'll get like really fucking salty, and I'll be like, God damn it, why did it end like that? Like, but I know, okay, so she is dead. Annie's dead.
Yeah.
But I needed to see her body like transport it to the dead machine, the dead factory. Okay. No, like, I kind of think I get irritated about parts like that in films. But it doesn't make me not like the film, but I'm just kind of like, all right, we literally just jumped to a new scene. Like, I still need to know where they buried Buster, because that was fucked up that they killed the cop. Okay. She shot the sheriff, but she did not shoot the deputy.
No, I imagine the deputy would want to shoot her, though.
Well, yeah, because that was her dick. Like, we're going to call her the deputy. I don't know. But anyway, it was a small town. What was it? Silver Creek, I think is what it was. Colorado? Is that right? Okay.
Yes. And it's, well, when you see her go down to the town, it's very similar to the town from Gremlins. There's like 2 roads.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. And I was like, the fuck, if I'm living here, I can't be isolated like that.
I think I would quite like it.
I can't. I got to be by the shops and the stores. I got to be by Walmart. I got to be by the hospital in case, just whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really like the country, so I felt like it was definitely very rural or whatever. And all that snow, like, I like snow, but fuck that shit. Not that kind of shit. No.
Without a doubt, I really enjoyed this movie.
Same.
We're going to go into 3-word reviews, and I think I'm going to get both of us to give one on this as well. So,
oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, no prep. We're just going to do it off the cuff. Here's
God
reviews. I asked you for them. I think it's time we hear them. It's this week's 3-word reviews from the listeners. So, regular 3-word reviewer, Fright Swag, Broke Foot In. And they're a horror account with style and flavour. I love that description of their account. I haven't got style and flavour. They have.
Yeah.
We've got Ryan Lessica, who's got fan fiction gone wrong, and he's a filmmaker. We've got Office of Pop Culture, and I like this one, Brokefoot Mountain.
That one's fucking clever. Oh, I like that. That sounds like Heather's type of, that's my kind of humor. I like that.
And that's a pop culture account. We've got the Car Bear, which I love, is you dirty bird.
Ah.
She calls him that when she's talking about the swearing.
Yeah. Yes.
She's like, in fact, when you listen to the beginning of this episode, you'd have that conversation with with that character. We had the conversation about swearing very openly in this show. And the Car Bear is an aspiring actress. We've got Superficial Males, Bone Crushing Fun. And she's one half of the Damn Fine TV horror podcast. And then finally, which quite aptly I think is the best one to end it with your 3-word reviews, is Pipshot Homebrew, your biggest fan. And he's a home brewer and a big fan of the show. Been listening since the very beginning. My 3-word review for this: it's fucked up.
So, there you go.
This movie honestly sits in the top, probably the top 5 scariest movies for me. This genuinely terrifies me. I don't like the idea of being in that relationship you can't get out of, where your partner is a loose cannon all the time. I've been in relationships like that in the past, and it's really, really not very nice. It's fucking scary. But also the thought of being trapped and isolated with someone who could potentially and is actively looking at some point at killing me.
Yeah.
That just gives me the worst anxiety ever. That is horrific.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, because nobody wants to be stalked and nobody wants to be obsessed over in that way. Like, that's not healthy.
No, it's definitely not. What 3-word have you got for this then, Heather?
Oh man. Okay, so I was gonna go with horny lady cop. I'm gonna bring something funny because, like, seriously, I feel like people that have watched this, they probably didn't pay attention to all the sexual innuendo between Buster and Virginia. Okay, this is a small town. They are basically the cops, the sheriff, the deputy, whatever of this town. But like literally every fucking scene with her in it, which happens more at the beginning, she wants it. Yeah. She wants it. She gonna get that dick. And like, that's her.
You do not want to be calling the police for anything in that town, because guaranteed they're not coming, they're fucking.
They are coming. At some point. But it's so, like, I don't know. I like that. And I forgot about it when I rewatched it. I was like, oh, I like Virginia. She's a slut. I like her though. Because it just added a little comedic relief for a movie that is so intense. It's so anxiety ridden. So I wouldn't say that it's super scary to me, but it does give me, it almost kind of triggered some memories for me, because I can relate to Paul Sheldon in some ways.
Yeah. Yeah. And unfortunately, I think there's lots of people who can, and people who are listening to the show who probably can as well. And if you have been in that situation, getting out of it is very, very difficult. But thankfully, I've got a loving partner in Lisa now, and she's wonderful. And she's kind and nice. But getting out of that relationship that I've had before was not easy to do. And I know normally it tends to be, you'll hear this a lot more with a male oppressing a female. But it does happen the other way. I've been on the receiving end, and poor old Paul Sheldon was definitely on the fucking receiving end of a sledgehammer twice.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Yeah, definitely men can be the victims of a domestic abusive relationship. Not to downplay it. Obviously, it happens to women far more, but bitches be crazy too, okay? Yeah, they crazy.
And going on from crazy, that was this week's that was this week 3-word reviews.
Don't fix it. Don't you dare edit that out. You go with it. No, but look, blah, blah, blah. I did it too. I don't care.
We're going to leave that in because if I don't, Heather will be a full Annie Wilkes on me.
That's right.
That was this week's 3-word reviews. And next we're going to do Fucked Up Fans.
I'm your number one fan. There is nothing to worry about. You're gonna be just fine. I'll take good care of you. I'm your number one fan.
Right, welcome to the very first Fucked Up Fans. I'm sure in 10, 15, 20 episodes time, I'm going to have a lot more of you to go through. I'm going to start with one that's been a pain in the ass for quite a while. Then I'm going to do some others that I'm not really going to name, but I'm going to tell what they do. And you'll know who you are because I know you listen to the show. So the first one is an account on Instagram. They're gruesomely something. I know they listen. Hello. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you
very much. So this all started. This was an account that followed me on Instagram and I followed them. They listened to the show. They sent me a couple of messages. I messaged back. They liked my stuff. I liked theirs. I then got a message out of the blue going, you don't support me as much as I support you. I was like,
that's true.
I was like, okay. I'm really sorry about that. I'll try and keep an eye out. I've not seen much of your stuff pop up in my newsfeed. And this is an older lady, and she tends to post. She'll post like a random horror picture, but then she'll post a picture of her like in her underwear. I'm not going to like that. She's an older lady. That's not my cup of tea. And
ain't nobody trying to look at her granny ass panties. That's why.
So this went backwards and forwards for a little while, and then it all went quiet. And then she sent me a message going, "You've done it again. You're not supporting me. This is fucking ridiculous." And I went, "Do you know what, crazy bitch? Block."
Yeah,
I blocked her. That was that dumb. The following day, I received a review for this podcast on Apple Podcasts. You can all go and read it. So the review basically said, "I know you don't support me anymore. I supported you. I think it's terrible that you support women who are half naked on Instagram, but you didn't support me."
Okay.
And then followed that with 5 stars. So thank you very much for my 5-star review. I'm over the moon.
So it doesn't really matter like the verbiage that she put down. She hit the 5 stars, so that's going to help. So thank you, dumbass.
And then she followed this with, so you'll all know Mark from MW Horror Reviews. He's on the show regular. She then contacted his wife. She'd already had similar conversations like me and her had with Mark saying, you don't support me enough, blah, 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 blah. She then contacted Mark's wife to say that Mark was having an affair with a lady on Instagram. This lady lives in the United States and Mark lives in Northern England.
Yeah.
And it was complete false rubbish. And what happened is Mark's wife messaged the girl who she accused of, and the girl's like, "Who is this bitch who's saying nasty stuff about me? I need to know because I need to block." And she is, without a shadow of a doubt, my craziest fan. You scare the living shit out of me. I know you live in the UK. Thank you very much for listening to the show, but leave me the fuck alone. Please.
Yeah, bitch, leave my fucking friend alone, bitch.
And that's my quite scary, not very nice one. We're going to get into some of the funny ones now. Another listener to the show, you know who you are, every week asks me for feet pics. The answer is still no.
You can make some money though. But I mean, he or she, whoever it is asking you. Okay, what? Yeah. Oh, he saw. He trying to get a taste of that.
So yeah, he regularly asks for feet pics. I don't block him. He's very polite. He's very nice. If he's into
he's into feet, but
he's not getting my feet pics.
You should just like send him some other feet. I don't know. Obviously, how would he know if they're your feet?
I'm quietly confident that he did watch the Lego Walk.
Oh, I'm sure that he was like, I bet you he did watch it. Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't even have no goddamn words for this shit.
And the final one, this is my favorite of all of my crazy fans. And I'm not even going to go out and say this guy is crazy. In fact, I don't even know if it's a guy or a girl. They are a religious account. They're a worshiping account. And they listen to the show every week. Thank you very much for listening. And they politely message me after every show and point out the things that I've done that will have upset God and pleased the devil.
Okay.
And then they try to save my soul. And it is a weekly conversation. We've discussed from the Scream episode, The Devil Truly Has Me Now. The Exorcist episode, I'm going to need an exorcist if I'm not careful. He knows one, he can send one, or she knows one, they can send one.
Yeah, that's cool. Send one over. That's fine.
Really, really, really nice person, really polite. I think they actually enjoy the show, but they feel guilty for listening.
But that's so strange, though. So you're going to have to tell me on the DL who these motherfuckers are. I mean, because I have to be like, if they had a problem with your show, like in that sense, like, don't fucking ever listen to any of my episodes because I talk about some fucked up shit when I'm reviewing the movie and I don't give a fucking flying tartar sauce.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
The only time I pushed them to the point that I thought they were upset was the Exorcist episode when I said that I'm not that I was raised Catholic.
Yes.
Catholic account, and then that I no longer believe.
Yes.
That
okay.
That I think come close to tipping them over the edge, but they've been fine since then.
Well, you know what I've always been told is like true Christianity now, supposedly they don't judge other people, right? So they're not supposed to force religion on you. If you believe what you believe, they're not supposed to say you don't fucking pass judgment. Shut the fuck up and go stick your Bible up your ass if you're going to act like that. Sorry, but
they are really nice. So I don't mind people messaging me and critiquing me or saying I'm going to hell or anything like that, as long as they do it in a nice way.
That's super passive aggressive, Scott. I'm not sure that I'm going to say that's very nice. I think that you're just being really nice. And I would be like, fuck you, motherfuckers. Like, but that's me because I'm mean. And it's the baby's fault. It's not me. Actually, I'm super sweet. Like, I'm sweet as ice cream. But it's really the baby that's making me super mad. Yeah, I don't know. I think you have me beat in the stalker kind of crazy stories. I think. Why are people bothering you like that? Shit.
I don't. It's entertaining. I mean, the feet pick guy, you know who you are, and you know who you are as well.
Yeah,
they're genuinely nice people. They're just they just want things I can't give them.
Yeah, like
you've had some crazy people.
Yes, I have had, and I really don't say like, oh, you know who you are, but I mean they do know who the fuck they are. But I think that like what happens with me with me being a woman is that I would get lots of messages, especially when I first started doing the podcast and like would show pictures of myself, my face, you know, whatever. I would get a lot of like fucking dumb shit that would be like, oh, you're so hot. Oh my God. Well, and I'd be like, okay, what the fuck ever. I don't fucking care. Bitch, you don't know what I actually look like. I put a filter on my picture, y'all. Y'all stupid if you believe it. I mean, I'm kind of cute, but like Jesus Christ, like it's the fucking filter. Get over it. And I'm just a fucking person. But anyway, so I would get shit like that. A little bit of inappropriateness where it'd be like, oh, you're so hot. Do you have any full body pics? Okay. So I feel like all women get messages like that, right? It doesn't even matter what the woman looks like. But us talking about this movie, I have to say this, and I'll sum the story up really quickly. I actually have been in a very physically and mentally abusive relationship before. So the whole bipolar aspect of all that, and it was my first marriage. He was bipolar. So I totally understand Paul's fear. And I also can understand how like Annie was like, oh, I love you. But then like go enraged because I literally lived that for 7 years. Oh, it was really fucking crazy. Obviously, I have no contact that, you know, it's my daughter's dad. And I don't give a fuck about calling his stupid fucking ass out because he's fucking fat and he wears Crocs. So fuck you. I said what I said. I don't care. But I mean, I was young, you know, I was like 16 and a half when we met. And so That's always like resonated with me though, because I think that being in that situation so young, your brain does change.
Yeah.
You see people differently, because I used to be much more of I'd say a pushover, and being with someone so fucking psychotic, literally he was manic. So he would have manic episodes and then super depressive episodes. So being with someone like that, you basically perceive people differently. You're like, I don't know, I think your guard's always continuously up. And I had a hard time. It took me years. Like I went to therapy and all kinds of bullshit. So you guys, if you are in a physical, in a relationship that's abusive, even mental, it doesn't matter, emotional, I'm telling you right now, get the fuck out, because they're probably not going to change.
Yeah.
Not without a lot of help, not without a lot of counseling, and they have to have the will to change. So, like I said, as far as social media stuff goes, not now. But yes, back in the day, I don't have anything as good as Scott's. I mean, nobody asked me for feet pics. I feel like that's more Facebook. It's like, how are you doing today, beautiful? I'm Uzuzu Pazuzu do. That was their name, literally. And it'd be like, oh, can you please be my friend? And I'm like, why am I getting these messages? That happens to me on Facebook almost every day. Weird. Yeah. I don't know what they are. I think they're bots.
Yeah, but possibly, or they're just crazy people. And if you are listening and you are crazy and you've not messaged me before,
don't do it.
But please send me a message. I'm quite happy to talk to you.
Scott, why are you? I think you low-key like it.
I think I do.
I think you like it. You're sicko. You can't be sicko like that. Come on, listen. Let Heather help you. I'm gonna sing you a song, okay? And it's gonna make you feel better. I'm actually not gonna sing.
It's fine, because after this episode's aired, I'm gonna get my religious account. Send me messages. They'll talk me through it. It's fine.
Yeah, you're gonna really get your ass dealt with after this, because I promise you, those won't be the last accounts that do that to you.
No,
and you're gonna send the feet pics. Just send somebody's feet. Take a picture. Do you have a doggy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a picture of your dog's feet. Be like, I'm morphing, bitch.
Yeah.
He might like it.
Anyway. That's all of the crazy people dealt with.
Yes.
Let's get into this week's facts. They've only gone and done it. The listeners have given us a fact. So our first fact this week comes in from Skellington Fan, who you all know from the Evil Dead episode. Really, really, really wonderful person. Great account on Instagram. The sledgehammer scene was supposed to be his foot cut off with an axe, as it is in the book, but the studio found it too controversial to put on screen. That would have been horrific, and it's horrific in the book.
I think that if they would have put it like how it is in the book like that, it would have made the movie much darker, and I think they would have had to change other aspects of the movie to make it fit to be more darker as well.
Yeah, so in the book it's a lot darker. Annie's a lot switches between really, really loving and really, really psychotic are a lot more severe.
Okay.
So in the, when she has a little meltdown about him swearing and she has to clean the soup off the bed, in the book she makes him drink the water that she cleans the bed with.
Okay, so she's much more vile, obviously.
Yeah, much, much darker character. The book, also, the main focus of the book is Paul's addiction with pain meds, which isn't touched on at all in this film.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
So in the book, he's battling with, he needs the pain meds because he's addicted to them, but he also needs to save them to drug Annie.
Yeah.
So that's a big chunk of the book. And this is actually all because Stephen King, this book is about Stephen King's cocaine addiction.
Yeah.
This book is his way of writing his addiction out.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Annie Wilkes is Stephen King's favorite character. Of all characters he created, Annie Wilkes stands above the rest because, in his words, when he sits down to write Annie Wilkes, he has no idea what she's going to do before he starts writing.
Yeah, I like that. I like that though. That makes a lot of sense actually, because her character is so she doesn't have one dimension about her.
No, she definitely doesn't. So when Stephen King wrote this, Stephen King used to write under a pseudonym, Richard Bachman. This was going to be released as a Bachman book because it's not supernatural horror, and Stephen King is supernatural horror. About 3 months before this book was released, he got revealed as Bachman, and then released it as a Stephen King book and issued a statement saying, "This will now be a Stephen King book because Richard Bachman has died of cancer of the pseudonym."
I mean, clever to have, an alter ego like that or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I would have known it was King. Like, even if I didn't know and I had only known about like one movie, he has a writing style that I swear you can just pick it out. You could be blind and deaf and still be like, I know who this is. It's so different.
Yeah, it is. And this book in particular is one of my favorite Stephen King books because there's an element in this. So in the movie, you've got Paul Sheldon is writing Misery's Return.
Mm-hmm.
And in the book, he's doing that as well. But in the book, you get to read some of the chapters from Misery's Return. So you're actually reading a book within a book. It's very, very clever. Very clever.
I need to read it. So I'll have to go thrifting or searching for it. I'm sure because it's older, I can find it pretty cheap.
Yeah, you will. And the final fact for this, which I still find unbelievable because he's such a great actor. James Caan did not read the book before he took this role, and still to this day has not read the book.
I can believe that. Like, I mean, being a huge horror fan, and I like Stephen King a whole lot as well, I haven't read nearly enough of his books, and I'm okay with admitting it. It's like I just haven't. So there you go.
Which ties in lovely to our very, very first giveaway.
Oh,
we're doing a giveaway on the You Run podcast. I've said for ages that I want the show to grow and I want to be able to do a giveaway, and then I thought, you know what, I can give something away. Now, don't get all super excited. This is not the biggest gift because I'm paying for this shit.
Right.
So what you need to do to enter is you need to go to our website, which is yourunpodcast.com. Click on the button that says record us a message. And you need to send me a message to say why you want the prize. Now, the prize is this lovely copy of Stephen King's Misery with a personalized message from me. And I will post this. I will ship this anywhere in the world to any one of you. I'm going to do this. This is going to happen on the first episode of the next season. So you've got plenty of time to do it.
Okay.
So send me a message. Tell me why you want the book, or just generally give me some abuse, or whatever you want to do. Go to yourunpodcast.com, click on the record us a message and record me a message. I will pick one of you and I'll contact you, and you will get the book with the personalized message, and I'll even sign it. You never know. One day I might be famous. And you'll be able to sell it.
You already are, but can you please include a feet pic in there? You got a Polaroid? Get Lisa to take a picture and be like, oh yes, what y'all getting? Some toes. Shove it at the back. So they got to read the whole book before they get them toes.
I tell you what, if you send us in a message, I will also put in a signed photograph of me, and I will put in a feet pic, and I'll sign that.
You gotta do it. You gotta fucking do it. It'd be so amazing. It'll make my 2022 as well. I just want to give away as well. So I hope whoever wins the giveaway, I'm gonna be jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be like, Scott.
Well, you can enter. This is the joy of this.
I know, but I don't want them to be jealous because I'm going to win.
Well,
obviously.
I don't care if you're if this is the first time you've ever listened, and you think, oh, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to win. Do it. But
you don't know.
Exactly that. And you've got former guests on the show. If you're listening and you want to enter, feel free. If you are one of the crazy people, even the really crazy one who scares me, and you want to win,
yes,
Send me a
Yes.
message. I will play it on the air and I will send you. In fact, if Super Crazy Person rings in, there's a very high chance she may win.
Oh, God. I'm gonna die because literally do not put your fucking address on that shit. Like, I ain't trying to watch you on like A&E, ID Discovery, or none of that bullshit. Okay, like, don't be getting them too sexy with them toes. That you get people aroused. They kill.
Yeah, and if it is that crazy person, you may be able to do a true crime pod about me in about 18 months' time.
Right. Oh, I'd be so sad. I'd be so mad. I'm gonna be the one to kill the person because I'll be like, you done killed my friend just because you wanted toes. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I ain't got time for this. But yeah, definitely, you guys. That's a cool, like, you get a fucking book. You need to read the book. I need to read the book. I'm ridiculous.
Yeah, please enter yourunpodcast.com, record us a message. I will pick the best one. I'll give you all a play on the air. So however many messages I get between now and when we get to giving the prize away, I will play all your messages on the air. And then the best one of those messages is going to get a book and a signed feet pic, apparently.
Yes, that's me screaming.
And now I've got Heather super excited. It's time to completely change the tone of the show. Heather.
God damn it. I almost forgot. I know what fucking time it is. I know. Fuck. Fucking bloody hell. Shit.
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
Here's Johnny.
What's your favorite scary movie?
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Groovy.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
It's all for you!
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
A census taker once tried to test me.
Get out! Get out!
Oh, shit. What? He's gone.
Right, so the rules have saved me. If you've not listened before, if you've listened now, you've probably got the gist of it. But if it's your first time, there's 15 multiple choice questions. They get progressively harder. The idea is to get as many correct as you can. 10 points for every correct answer. At question 5, you get a safe point. So if you get question 7 wrong, you drop back down to 5. You don't lose all your points. You get 3 save me's because this quiz is hard. Oh, and I died. I've been poisoned with medication from the medicine cupboard.
Y'all save Scott real quick.
Yeah. So your 3 save me's, Heather, because they change each week. You have skip it.
Mm-hmm.
You can completely skip it and don't answer it and still get the points for it.
Okay.
You have got leave me 2, where I will take away 2 of the wrong answers. And you have got 10 seconds to use Google.
Oh, God. I can't even get my phone on in 10 seconds to fit my stupid face. It has face recognition. And so I'm like,
I will let you get it up and ready to type, and then I'll start your timer.
Okay, I just wrote them down. I like what my save me's are because my pits are already hot, you guys. You don't understand. It's not the baby this time. It's Scott. Scared.
So here we go. Question number 1. Kathy Bates won what for her role in Misery? A fancy dress competition, an Oscar, a signed copy of Misery with feet pics, or a large cake?
All right, bruh, an Oscar.
She did win an Oscar. That's 10 points. Question number 2. Which actor starred in all of the following movies? The Evil Dead, Maniac Cop, Spider-Man 2, and Black Friday 2021? Bruce Campbell, Tobey Maguire, Ray Winston, or Stan Lee?
Oh my God, it's got to be Bruce Campbell.
It is Bruce Campbell. That's 20 points.
Oh my God, I'm drinking out of a Bruce Campbell cup right now.
Question number 3. Where is Dawn of the Dead set? A farmhouse, a military base, Las Vegas, or a shopping mall?
Shopping mall.
It is. That's 30
And
points.
I've only seen that one time, believe it or not. Only once.
Well, that's good. You remembered it. Question number 4. What is the killer in Saw known as? Handsaw, bonesaw, jigsaw, or hacksaw?
Jigsaw.
It is. That's 4 out of 4. And you're on 40 points. So if you get this one right, you'll be safe.
Okay.
And you've not touched any of your save me's yet. So you're doing really well. Question number 5. How is the choice of target passed in It Follows? Is it a chain letter, a text message, sacrifice, or sex?
God damn it. I'm
on your last quiz, it was the It Follows question you got wrong.
I know, and I'm gonna get it because I've literally seen bits and pieces of it. So I'm gonna have to use one of my save me's, and I'm skipping it. I don't care. I have to because that one's tough because I don't know.
You get your 10 points for that, and it was sex.
Okay.
Passed through sex. It's a sexually transmitted kill, basically.
Well, if I could have guessed, but and then I would have been fucked up, and I would have been mad, and I would have broke my fucking laptop.
So you've now got Leave Me To and 10-second Google remaining.
Yes.
Question number 6. What country is the Babadook from? Australia, New Zealand, Tasmania, or South Africa?
Oh. I don't want to get it wrong.
You've still got your save me's there as well.
I know, but God.
Think about it. Elise lost nearly all of her save. In fact, she had all of her save me's have gone by this point, and you've still got 2.
I know. I almost just want to say it, but then it's conflicting. So let's do a save me. Let's do the leave 2, I guess.
Okay, so we'll take 2 of the incorrect ones away. So that leaves you with, what country was the Babadook from? Australia or Tasmania?
It's got to be Australia.
It was Australia.
See, so God damn it. I just wanted to say that. See, I just wasted a save me, you guys. Stop. Like, you know what? Go with your fucking gut. This is the thing with the quiz. Go with your fucking gut. Stop being a pussy. Anyways.
Question number 7. What is La Llorona? A cursed witch, a weeping woman, a haunted woman, or a possessed doll?
All right, say the answers. The options.
A cursed witch, a weeping woman, a haunted woman, or a possessed doll?
Oh God, The Curse of La Llorona, right?
Yeah.
So it's A. It's A, the first one.
So you've got the film's called The Curse of La Llorona, but what is La Llorona? Is it a cursed witch, a weeping woman, a haunted woman, or a possessed doll? You've still got one save me.
Oh God, I know, but I hate to use it because you're wanting to know what La Llorona is, like what that is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm being such a fucking turd mongler. All right, I want to do my last save me because I don't fucking care. And Heather's about to just lose her fucking shit. So tell me when I can start.
Okay, you tell me when you're ready to go.
I got my face. It's on now.
Okay, you can go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, give me the options again because I think I got it this time.
A cursed witch, a weeping woman, a haunted woman, or a possessed doll?
It's a weeping woman.
It is a weeping woman, that's correct. So you're on 70 points.
I done used all my shit, y'all.
All your save me's are gone, so now you're all on your own, and it's here we go. Question number 8. Which 1982 horror movie features a small girl talking to a TV? Poltergeist, Halloween 3, Nightbreed, or Basket Case?
Right, Poltergeist.
That's correct. 80 points.
Now, how the hell that one easier than the other one?
Well, it's one of those, it's whether you know it or you don't.
I get it. I know. I'm just being a pain in the ass.
Question number 9. In Silence of the Lambs, who is Buffalo Bill's victim the daughter of? A senator, a governor, an FBI agent, or a sheriff?
Oh my God, you fucking asshole. Love you though. I know which out of the 2, which one it is. Read them again for me real quick.
You've got a senator, a governor, an FBI agent, or a sheriff.
What is fuck, senator?
Correct.
Oh, Oh, y'all don't understand. Y'all, my boobs are sweating. Like, I'm not joking. I don't care. I said what I said.
So you're on question 10 now, and if you get this right, you are safe. So you always have 100 points.
Okay.
In A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, what character does Priscilla Poitier play? Elaine Parker, Jennifer, Elizabeth Sims, or Sally Piper?
Oh God, that's oh, you're gonna get me on this one because Heather's fixing to be like, game over. Can you read it again and give me the options again? I gotta get it in my brain.
In A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, what character does Priscilla Poitier play? Does she play Elaine Parker, Jennifer, Elizabeth Sims, or Sally Piper?
I got my eyes closed. I want to say she plays Sally.
You gonna go with that?
I mean, you're scaring me. I don't fucking know because I'm trying to remember.
Well,
that name doesn't ring a bell to me.
Think through the characters in there. You've seen that film a billion times.
I know. I've seen it a billion times. We fucking covered it on my podcast.
So we did. So you've got Elaine Parker. You've got Jennifer. You've got Elizabeth Sims, and then you've got Sally Piper.
Jennifer's the only one that like comes out to me where I think I remember. God, I don't want to procrastinate.
If I said Dr. Elaine Parker and Dr. Elizabeth Sims, you'd probably put them in your head who they are. They're both doctors. And then you've got Jennifer and Sally Piper.
I'm gonna go with Sally.
Game over.
I knew it. I fucking knew I was gonna get it wrong. Dookie balls.
Do you want to know who it was?
Yes, please tell me.
It was Dr. Elizabeth Sims. It was the bitch. The bitch.
Oh my God. That was going to be my second one, but I was like, that's not right because trying to remember the actual actors' names and then like the characters' names. I'm like, well, she's not anybody. Like, I don't really know who she is. You guys, I didn't win it. No, so now you know that I'm going to be mad. I'm just going to let you know.
I feel sorry for your husband because he's going to bear the brunt of your loss.
Well, he ain't here right now, but that's okay. He's gonna be like, well, why did you get that wrong? And I'll be like, why does your face look like the way it looks? Fuck you.
It's all right. You've got the excuse of the baby. You've got baby brain. So I'm not being funny. Your horror knowledge is incredibly good, and I reckon if I picked the next question, you'd probably get it right.
Probably, but the thing is that one seriously was really tricky because those are no-name people.
Yeah.
Nobody like. Okay. Like, yeah, you watch the movie and you think like, oh, I remember that character, the movie character's name, but like her real name in real life, I don't fucking know. I was just trying to like think. And then I probably should have went with my second guess instead of always like I overthink things. But now I'm not the champion. And so I'm not happy. I'm just going to let you know I'm not happy.
That's okay. Because you may not be the champion, but you are the champion of this month because you're on here, you're on YouTube. And you're on true crime. And
that's true.
There's no quiz on true crime either.
I know there's no quiz on true crime, but still, like I wanted to beat Mark and Elise.
They've got Elise's score. I don't know if anyone can catch her.
I mean, I know at this point, I feel like it was just one of those things where the questions were just easier to maybe remember. Or to think of, but that Dream Warriors, that was tricky. That one should have been like question 15.
No, question 15 was infinitely hard.
Oh man. We'll never know because I didn't get there. But so that gives me what, like 90 points. So I'm like,
no, you didn't reach your safe.
Oh, that's right. So I'm down to 50. You guys, y'all go ahead. Look, say goodbye to Heather because she's gonna jump off the house.
No, she's not. Heather done very well, and that was this.
I didn't save myself.
That was this week's Save Me. Heather Silmon, 50 points. 6th place. You done good, Heather. You gambled. You're a gambling woman.
I am, and that's the problem, because I wasted all of my save me's, and it was like, well, why didn't I just wait and like go with my gut instead of being like, oh, I second guess, and then I could have saved them, because I would have skipped that shit. I would have skipped that question, but it's okay. I mean, it is fine. Like, it's not like I'm gonna win a fucking award.
Yeah, and not only that, I've got a lot of respect for you because you kept going and you didn't go, I'm just going to take my points and run. You went, no, fuck it.
Fuck that. I didn't care if I got 20 points. I was still not stopping. Seriously. Because my goal was like to try to get all the way to 15. These were tricky. You did a good job though. Seriously. Like I wouldn't have even thought in my mind, like I would have been like, no, I can't think of those questions. I'm going to give y'all generic shit.
Moving into final thoughts for this movie. This movie is an absolute classic. It hasn't aged a day. You can watch this and get the same enjoyment today as you did when it was released in 1990. It's one of the best Stephen King adaptations, even though they changed a lot. They always do. It's so well put together, and they capture a lot of what is in the book. My only criticism of this is that they didn't focus on the whole reason that Stephen King wrote Misery, which was for people struggling with addiction. It was not so much a story of his struggle with Annie. It was a story of his struggle with his addiction. And for that's the only reason this doesn't score perfect marks. So for me, this gets a 9 out of 10 for the movie. And Fear, this is scary. It gets an 8 out of 10 for me, for Fear.
Okay.
How would you wrap this one up, Heather?
Okay, so as far as for the movie, the quality of it, the aesthetics, everything, I also gave it a 9 out of 10. But like for Fear, since we're doing it all based out of 10, honestly, it's really about maybe a 4 out of 10 for me. But it is frightening. It's the whole it's just a person, but like they're more scary than Freddy or Jason or the whatever. But watching the film, it did not invoke much terror in me. It was more of a anxiety, I think is what it is. You know what I mean? It just makes you, because if you've been in that situation, like I have been in that type of situation, you kind of know, like you're like, oh fuck. So I don't know why, for some reason, I guess nothing scares me anymore. That's the problem with horror films. Like seriously, nothing really. I watch shit and go to bed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And to be fair, I still sleep easy after watching this, but this is the thought of this concept scares me more than a Michael Myers or a Jason Voorhees chasing me. This scares me because
I agree with you.
It's grounded in the real world. This could quite easily happen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
When I post the Misery book to the winner and I put my return address on, this could actually happen to me.
You ain't putting your return address on there. I ain't letting you do that shit now. Come on. No, you're not. You better put somebody else's you don't like. There you go. Yeah, no, you can definitely send it without doing that. Because if somebody from the United States wins, you're probably much safer, but the fucking to ship it, to send it, it's gonna be expensive. A little pricey.
Yeah, it'll be a little pricey. And there's part of me that hopes customs open it and discover my feet pic.
They're like, oh, we're not sending this. No, they may keep it for themselves, because I mean, I'd be like, I'm your number one fan.
That just scares me.
I'm gonna do that to my husband when he comes home. He'll be home soon, and I'm gonna be like, I'm your number one fan. Like, I might get right in his face while he's asleep. He ain't gonna do shit anyway. What's he gonna do? Nothing.
Don't forget, you can catch Heather on YouTube right now. So if you've just finished watching this or listening to this,
yes,
I get so confused with watching and listening, doing YouTube and podcast.
Well, yeah, because you've got 6,000 ideas going on. You've got all this new cool shit going on. So yeah, you guys, you can watch on YouTube, or listen. And then for the regular show, of course, you just listen. Yeah. and imagine our beautiful faces because we're your number one fans.
But you don't need to imagine what we look like. You can go to YouTube right now. You can see me and Heather talk about everything from pregnancy to The Thing to Twilight to Rob Zombie to pretty much. We cover absolutely everything on that episode. And Heather's under a swear count on that episode as well. So you'll get to hear how many times she cussed in that.
Hey, I might have done awful on the quiz. And I'm still upset. I think I'm low-key, I'm upset about it. But like I fucking am a winner and I curse a lot. So I already know that I'm gonna win on that.
Yeah.
I was just trying to be a dick and be like, I'm a winner. Because I told you I'm a sore loser, bruh. Like I might turn into Annie.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I want to do the quiz again in the future one day. So maybe that'll happen eventually.
Yeah, it will. And this quiz is going to stay. So this
good.
Quiz,
I like it.
Save Me's not going away when we get to season 5.
Cool.
Unless my guest next week aces it and gets the full 50.
I'm going to be mad.
This quiz will remain until someone beats it. So until someone gets the full marks and the full 15, this quiz is staying. On to next week. So you have picked for the finale, you've picked Constantine. And I've picked the guest. So next week, I'm going to be joined by a proper professor, Professor David Day from Horror Movie Talk. He is the foremost, I've said that right, foremost expert in scare no-nos. He is, if you've ever listened to Horror Movie Talk, you know what you're getting next week. If you haven't, fucking buckle up. Next week is going to be an experience. Horror Movie Talk are a show that I've listened to pretty much since they started. This show is one of the main reasons my show exists. And they're both incredible guys. You've got David and Bryce, but both incredible guys. I've spoken to them numerous times when I very first started, and they helped me. They listened to some early episodes and kind of went, well, that's good and that's not good, and helped me get the show to where I am. And I'm thrilled to be able to bring them on so you can hear how fucking good they are at podcasting, because they know their shit. Next week, do not miss it. It's the season finale, and then we're taking a break, and you're not going to see us for a little while. Heather, you're a star, as always. You can catch Heather again on the 15th of this month on our first true crime episode. Me and Heather go face-to-face with Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, I'm excited, but I'm also like sort of terrified because that is a complex case to discuss.
Yeah, I've never done true crime before. I've said from the very beginning, I don't watch a lot of true crime. I don't know anything about true crime.
Okay.
And the reason that this podcast is different is because I'm not going in with preconceived ideas. I've actually had to go and work and put in effort to find out about the case. And I didn't know how many people he'd killed. I didn't know where all of his kills happened. I didn't know how, I knew literally nothing. And I've had to go and find all that out and make my own mind up. And that's going to be the same with every single case, which is why Heather's coming on, because Heather knows her shit and she's going to carry me. As she does in every episode she's on. She's going to carry me through.
I'm going to carry him like Annie Wilkes to his bed. I won't break his ankles. But seriously, you guys, true crime is my shit. And I'm excited that, Scott, that you've asked me to come on to do that and to do so many of your shows with you. I'll eventually let go of the fact that I didn't get past 10. Eventually, maybe it might happen in 2023. We'll see. Okay. Just letting you guys know. I am upset because I know a lot about horror. So you guys don't think I'm a dum-dum.
No.
These questions are hard. So your next guest, buckle up, bitch. I'm just saying, like, these questions are easy. They're the easiest, but the hardest fucking thing to remember.
Yeah, these are the sort of questions that if I asked you in a general conversation, you would know the answer.
Oh, absolutely. I probably would have fucking had a better guess or would remembered it.
Yeah, but under the conditions of a quiz, it's 10 times harder. And I've done this quiz as well, and this quiz sucks. It really does.
It is. It's daunting because you feel like you got to hurry up and answer, and you're like, oh God. You don't want to spend too much time because you overthink. And then if you're like me and your boobs get sweaty and your pits get hot, you're just like, I tried. Anyways, we'll see who comes at my throat. Y'all better not.
No, they won't. They're coming after my feet. And on on that note, thank you very much, Heather, for coming on.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Don't forget, go to Apple Podcasts. You don't even need to write me a review. You can write me a nasty review. Just click 5 stars. Same on Spotify. 5-star reviews really, really helps the show. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and ring in, win the book, win my feet pic.
Yes.
Thank you very much for listening. I'll catch you all next week. Heather Silmon swear count 174.
Put your hands up.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode. Don't forget, leave us a review wherever you can and recommend us to a friend. This is the You Run podcast because you run and control the show. To get involved, head over to our website, yourunpodcast.com, where you can record us a voicemail. That voicemail I will play on the air. Use that to say whatever you want. Are we good? Are we bad? Do you want a movie review? It's up to you. This is your show. Not only that, you can get involved on all of our social medias. We're at You Run Podcast pretty much everywhere. Join in the 3-word review. Give us a fact. Ask us a question anytime, whatever it is. This is your show. This is the You Run Podcast.
You want to die tonight?